In this video, I want to discuss how to simplify complex fractions. By complex fractions, I mean fractions composed of other fractions. For example, 2/3 all over 4/5. Okay? As well as something more complicated. How about 2/3 plus 1/4 all over 1/6 minus 1/3. That's a little bit more complicated, as you can tell. Okay? Now, you already know one way to simplify complex fractions. You can simply use fractional division. Okay? For example, for the first one, you know how to do 2/3 divided by 4/5. Okay? So just go ahead and do it. 2/3, that's the same as 2/3 multiplied by 5 over 4. So the answer is 10/12 or 5/6. Okay? Now, for the more complex example, you can still use fractional division. You would first simplify the sum, then you would simplify the difference and do fractional division with the two fractions that you get. Okay? And so that will always work. However, in this video, I'd like to show you a second way you might choose to use. Okay? This second way is multiplying the top and bottom by the least common denominator. Okay? The least common denominator is going to be what's going to keep being repeated over and over again in this video. For example, for the first complex fraction, I have a denominator of 3 and a denominator of 5. The least common denominator of those two is 15. Okay? If I multiply the top and bottom by 15, the whole mess simplifies to 10 over 12, or 5 over 6. Isn't that exactly what I got using fractional division? All right? For the second example, the least common denominator of 3, 4, 6, and 3 is 12. Let's multiply the top and bottom by 12. Okay, so distributing the 12, I get 8 plus 3 all over 2 minus 4, 11 over minus 2, or minus 11/2. Okay, I will invite you to do the problem in the bottom right in red and convince yourself that you will get minus 11/2 for that problem. Okay, you'll get the same answer. Okay, so once again, to repeat, to simplify complex fractions, you can either do fractional division, which you already know how to do, or you could multiply the top and bottom by the least common denominator. Okay? Let's close with a few examples for you to do. So please simplify the following. 4/3 all over 8 over 9. 3/4 plus 5/8 all over 1/2 minus 1/4, and 5 minus 3/4 all over 1 plus 5 over 8. Please pause the video and try to do these three simplification exercises. Okay, I'll go ahead and work these out myself now. So the first complex fraction, the least common denominator is 9. Multiplying the top and bottom by 9 gives 12 over 8. Reducing that gives 3 over 2 as the answer. Okay? For the second complex fraction, the least common denominator is 8. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 8. And that will give, for the top, let's see, distributing the 8, 3/4 times 8 is 6. 5/8 times 8 is 5. On the bottom, a half of 8 is 4. A fourth of 8 is 2. So I get 11 over 2. All right. For the last one, 5 and 1 don't have a denominator, so I don't have to consider those, but I have 4 and 8. The least common denominator of those is 8. Now, distributing the 8, I get 40 minus 6 all over 8 plus 5 simplifies to 34 over 13.